Hey, Russ.
Forward, number 13, Pavel Datsyuk.
Hey, I can hear you.
I can't hear you. Forward, number 27, Artemi Panarin.
Eck hung up. He's calling back.
Here we go.
Or no, he's here. Just can't see him.
In celebration of the World Cup of Hockey and the spirit of life on Sunday, please welcome to the stage to the please welcome Alexander Sills.
Okay, can you hear me? No, you can't.
And representing Russia.
Okay.
Russia, you wouldn't have to play.
He's trying. He can't hear me. La 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 la. I'm sound checking them. That's why. Hello. I'm not singing though. I'm not a good singer. No.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you're able to and remove your hats for the playing of the national nations of Finland and Russia.
Should I remove my hat? I can't even hear you now. I can't even hear you. We're live, so don't say anything dumb. Yep. I can hear you, yes.
That would be Finland's national anthem. Sorry, we're just in the test phase.
Yeah.
Hey, Russ, say
Hey.
right, cool.
Hey.
I have to talk to everybody like this. Hold on.
All right. We'll get close for this show. All right. Mike, they're doing the anthem. Can you hear that?
I can hear it.
Okay. Yes, Eck is standing for the anthem, and we're live. So,
Okay. I think we're good. We're going to start every show.
I have no idea. Eck doesn't know either.
We'll start every show from now on with the Russian national anthem, if that's okay with you.
Sure.
So, yeah, we're just going to do this as best we can and see what happens. I'm in the press box, obviously. There's no one here yet, so that's kind of good.
Yep.
You see, I'm looking out on the ice. I can see there's the lovely Maple Leaf Gardens.
Yep. It's just you and the organist. That's it.
The organist. And it's a good thing the organist is playing this building. I've never seen. I can tell you right now. They have a cool in-house entertainment stuff, but I've never heard a building as loud. The in-house entertainment is super loud. I mean, just like, and I've learned a lot of hip hop that I have never known before this week. So.
You're enjoying what the Toronto media gets to enjoy every pregame. They basically have to go into the back hallway because the music is so damn loud.
Yeah, it's
obnoxious.
No, that's what it is, Mike. And it's like it's really loud here, but that's okay. I'm thoroughly enjoying myself. I'm having the best time, and it's a great tournament, and it's a fun time. And so let's get right into the show because I don't know how long we'll have before we get kicked out of here. I'm actually in the NHL's. I'm in Gary Mahar's seat. For what it's worth. I just came way down to the end of the press box. So it wouldn't bother anybody. I almost took over one of the booths up there, but I'm not sure. Like if there's nobody up there, but we'll see. This is best. We'll just do it from here. Let's do the best we can, and we'll do as most we can, and then we'll be done. Today's date is the 22nd. Is that right?
21st.
Yeah.
No, 22nd. Sorry, you're right.
22nd, right? Yeah, 22nd. All right.
I got it wrong.
22nd. Here we go. Hello, Hockey World. It's Thursday, September 22nd, 2016.
I'm Michael Agello.
I'm Russ Cohen from Sportsology.
I'm Eklund. You're watching the HockeyBuzzCast on HockeyBuzz.com. This is the podcast that comes to you. Put your hair a little more. It comes to you every Monday through Friday at this time to fill you in on the comings and the goings of the hockey world, so you don't have to pay attention. And today, I'm coming to you live on location.
Aiden, please call Paul.
Aiden's got to call Paul. I'm coming to you live from vacation here at the Air Canada Centre in lovely downtown Toronto. And so far I can do this, but I might not be able to forever. But let's just discuss a few things. First of all, let's start right off the bat with, of course, the game last night, the North America game, or yesterday morning. Last night's game really does not need to be discussed. Let's talk about yesterday afternoon's game at 3 o'clock, North America versus Sweden, and it was just an incredible game. I mean, it was crazy. The beginning of that game was absolutely nuts, and it really just. And it made me sad, like I wrote about today in my article. I am sad that that this North America team will never exist again. Like, that does not happen usually. Like, usually you can even say, like, Team Canada, they'll be back in 4 years. Team USA will be back in 4 years. This team won't be back. This is it, you know? And honestly, there hasn't been anything as exciting as these kids since the Edmonton Oilers came in the 1980s, you know? And watching the Oilers play, I'm really reminded of that. Like, I was trying to picture, like, what is it? And the whole press box and the way everybody in the audience reacts is that same kind of thing when the Oilers came in, which is just like, holy what, you know, what are they doing? Like, this is a different kind of game. This is a totally different kind of game. And a week from now, they'll all be dispersed back into their own NHL teams where those talents will be sucked from them, and they will be completely, and they'll have to play regular hockey. But when they play together, what the heck, you know? So, I mean, it's hard. I'm sorry for Russian fans out there. It's hard not to root for Finland today to get one more chance at seeing the Beatles before they break them up after 3 games. It's like, it's crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot of drama there. In my house, we were riveted, and you know, I live with a casual hockey observer, but
Right.
The casual hockey observer in my house was amazed that I'm rooting against Henrik Lundqvist. Not that hard, but I had to. And what I felt like was the best moment, obviously beside the McKinnon move, was just the fact that, like, the kids knew Sweden was in, and it would have been easy to have a letdown against a guy like Lundqvist, and they didn't. They kept the foot on the pedal.
Yep.
They made great plays, and they won it. And Gibson made some tremendous saves. Like, it was a moment, and it was one of those games where these young guys, they don't care. We thought they wouldn't care about who they're facing, what the circumstances. And you know what? At the end of the day, they're just playing their game. I know it sounds like a cliche, but it's true.
Yeah, that's what they're doing, and I agree with you. And it's really, it's awesome. Go ahead, Mike.
Well, at its high point, it was the most compelling hockey that I've seen in a long time. You got to remember, though, I mean, second period, early third period, there was a lull there. But at the first period, right out of the face-off, the McDavid rush, the Matthews goal where he stick handles from his knees and then feeds it to Scheifele and then tips the puck into the net. The second goal, I think it was Trocheck that scored it. I mean, the first 20 minutes I thought were amazing. Late in the third period, when North America was trying to get that go-ahead goal to be able to win in regulation to clinch, but they couldn't. But I have to give Lundqvist a lot of credit. That save that he made on McDavid, I think it was in overtime, was incredible. I mean, he got post to post. Don't tell me that Lundqvist is over the hill, because that save was grade A. And then Gibson comes back and makes a miraculous save on, I think it was Daniel Sedin. But Gaudreau, McKinnon, that combination, I mean, that's the combination that ended up winning the game. But they were fantastic throughout the game. It wasn't just McDavid. It wasn't just Matthews.
True, and Shane Gostisbehere had 3 assists. I don't overlook these things. The amazing part about this game was, Lundqvist, they finally mentioned that he's only 185 pounds now. He's actually lost weight, which is what you end up doing when you become an older hockey player in a young man's league. And he does seem to be able to get post-to-post better. But I got to tell you,
you become an older hockey reporter, however, I will say that.
And Gaudreau got psyched out. He totally psyched out Johnny Gaudreau I don't think it was nerves, but I think the way Lundqvist set up and he covered the high corner, once he did that, Gaudreau, I think he blew his mind. I think that's why he missed on that shot, on the penalty shot. But, boy, I got to tell you, the Team North America defense was really good. Parayko and Riley are a heck of a pairing. I would use that pairing again in some world if I could.
That's the problem. We're not going to get to. It's like, when is that going to happen, right? And that's an issue. It doesn't. It made me think today, like, as much as I love the 3-on-3 overtime, 3-on-3, new All-Star format and all that, maybe it's time for an under 25, over 25 All-Star format. And when I thought about that, it's like, and I was talking to Kevin Allen about it, we were driving in today, and he's like, he's the first like, oh, that'll never happen because they like, and I'm like, I like the 3-on-3. I think they got it right, and I feel bad about that. But watching this, I'm like, it's so sensational that more people need to see this.
Yeah.
And I know it may not be the same in an All-Star game because you have that obvious issues, right? But you're not going to have guys trying as hard, and if it's 5-on-5, it's part of the 3-on-3 why it works is because you avoid all the hitting and stuff like that, and you have it just be skill. But I don't care if it was 4-on-4 with these guys under 25 and over 25. I think it would be awesome. And the one nice thing about it, though, when we were sitting there talking, what it would work out for is the older guys. He's like, a lot of older guys wouldn't get to go to the All-Star game, but a lot of older guys don't want to go to the All-Star game. So
right,
maybe at the end of the day, that could work. I don't know. It's a shame. And if the Finns win today, we'll get to see him. We'll get to see him one more time against Canada. Maybe it'll be easier for us to leave. Like I said, it'll help the mourning process of the hockey world if they just get blown out by Canada. Versus versus like the way we last saw them, which was this incredible win against Sweden, and the emotional reaction of that game too. Right after that was awesome. Like the way, and they knew that didn't mean that they were going forward. They knew all the implications of it. But the reaction of McKinnon scoring that goal was so raw and so amazing that the team was just, if they do go for it, if somehow they face Canada, you wonder what could happen in that game. It's just,
that building's going for North America first. They really are.
Exactly. I said before this tournament that because of Riley, because of McDavid, because of Matthews, that Team North America was going to be the more popular team in Toronto. And the thing is, you've got this monolith, this Goliath, Canada, that's just sort of so good and so imposing that it's like coming up against the 800-pound gorilla, so to speak. And everybody's going to root for the underdog. Not only because they're the underdog, but because I think there are elite players on there, and a lot of that fan base is going to be sitting in the ACC seats. So I think that if it does end up being North America versus Canada, then I think North America will be as popular, or maybe even more than 50-50, that crowd will be rooting for them over Team Canada.
It's hard to say. I'll say that because when you look at this tournament, at least as far as like the popularity of buying tickets goes, it's Canada. Like Canada's the team that where the tickets are more expensive, which is surprising. But I think if you get down to it, I think it's still I think they'll still pull for Team Canada. It's hard to say if what happens. Of course, we'll know. We might find out. Maybe we won't. Maybe we won't find out. But if we do, we'll know. That there's a God in heaven for hockey, because that's what we need. We need this whole thing. I think we really need this. I don't want this to be over. I think it's lame if it's over at this point because it's too exciting, and I want to see these guys play one more time, and I want to see them play against Canada.
Well, the one piece of good news, and Russ just told me before we went live, was that it's been announced that Pavel Datsyuk is not playing for Russia against Finland, and Datsyuk has arguably been one of the best players for Russia, as he normally has been. So we know the Finns are young. We know the Finns have not played well in this tournament, but never let it be said that Finland is going to lay down in a game against Russia. Those two hate each other, and it's going to be a war.
Yeah, they loved it. It would mean nothing more to guys like Aho and Laine to beat Russia in this tournament. This is like that. They think about these kids who grew up watching Ovechkin, and they grew up watching all these players play. To get a chance to play against them for the first time, that Laine or has played against Ovechkin. That's something. Malkin against and all this. So these guys, and there's a deep-seated hatred, a rivalry between these two teams. It's not
No, it's going to be – I think Finland will hold them back to some degree. I think they'll play that defensive style as much as they can. Do we know who's going to be in net?
Rask.
No, I thought I heard it was Rene, but okay.
Really? Well, for what it's worth, I might be wrong, but when we were before we went on the air here, they were going through the they were testing out the systems, and they were saying the starting lines for both teams, and they said Rask. Now maybe that's just because they're just using it from before or whatever. I don't know. Maybe they're just testing with microphones. That's why I said Rask.
Hold on a sec. I mean, last night between Canada and Europe, the PA announcer said that Mark Streit was on Canada, so we can't trust anything that they say.
No, there you go. But yeah, I think that no, this has been something that's pretty special, and I'm still it is really.
No, Rene's in. It's Pekka Rene.
All right, so never mind. So Lundqvist, you're here or not? You pay all this money. You come here. You try to do the best thing. You try to cover the game in the building itself, freaking building itself, and yet, you guys know more than I do about Rene starting. So there you have it. But don't waste your money on traveling for credentialing. Anyway, like. I'm so mad that Lundqvist made that save last night. It was an amazing save. It was on McDavid, right? And
yep.
And I mean, McDavid did shoot it back at him. He didn't get it high up in the air. I mean, if McDavid could have buried that, he didn't. Unbelievable plays, though. I mean, my God. I mean, the one play that he made where he
shaking his head on the bench. That stop bothered him. It really did.
Yeah, no, that was it. I mean, that if he scores there, they're through, and that was it. Now we have to hope that Finland wins, which is possible but not likely. I mean, this Russian team seems to be getting their act together, and they're playing well. Bobrovsky's solid, and Finns haven't been playing that well. They haven't been playing terribly either, to be honest. They've faced a couple, and that is why I believe firmly that today's game will be fascinating. All right, so I'm going to cut today's show short because I can tell right now that I'm going to be running out of here soon. But I want to do it. But we'll talk later, guys. I appreciate it very much. I really think I got to go because I'm getting some signals that I got to go. So let's talk soon, guys. Enjoy the game today. I'll be writing from the game, and then we'll talk again tomorrow for sure. With more updates and everything like that. But remember, so thanks, guys. Thanks, Russ. Thanks, Mike, for doing all this. Thanks, guys, for It's Just Hockey. We'll talk to you tomorrow, okay?